Clash Royale has officially thrown shade at Jinxy. Yes, this is an actual 2026 subplot. What am I talking about? Let's head on over to the wonderful app that is Twitter. Probably the biggest spit in the face I have ever seen. Now, what is he talking about? Well, Supercell came out with this blog post that has gone over why they succeeded in 2025, and they do this every year. It is basically entirely credited to the success and brilliant decision-making of the developer team in 2025. And there has been absolutely no mention of Jinxy at all. And we'll read the entire blog post, but this is the specific section he's quoting. Last year, I called Brawl Stars' growth historic. Now I'm about to use that word again for Clash Royale. Royale's re-engaged players doubled. New players grew almost 500%. Every measure of playtime and engagement grew significantly, and Clash Royale once again became like the game to play with friends around the world. Now, I don't know if I'm, Mandela affecting, but the game was very unbalanced when Jinxy was playing. But something that creators like Jinxy, and I also just want to randomly shout out Joe Bart. He's my favorite creator. My girlfriend put me on. Thank you. But Joe Bart and Jinxy just do something to games, specifically Jinxy because he's known for reviving games, that just make me go, my God, I want to play this, or I'm just hooked. Like, I will be watching Jinxy's Rainbow Six clips, and I've never even touched Rainbow Six in my entire life. Like, the way he just makes the game enjoyable and gives you a flat out, this is not good for, the attention-seeking iPad kids, but it's just flat out like dopamine or whatever you call it, and the entire video is just engaging. There's no downtime. There's no like, oh, okay, I'm getting bored, I'm gonna scroll. It's like, my God, he's doing this to the game that I love. I just want to play the game. I want to make content on the game. I want to, get my friends playing the game. That's what he does. And he does it not just to multiple games, he does it, or not just to Clash Royale, but he does it to multiple games. Like, he literally does it to, what was it, Geometry Dash after Clash Royale, and I even got on Geometry Dash for a little bit. I know me and Riley were playing that. He didn't last very long. I think he got to X Step. I think if he put in the work, he'd probably be able to get past X Step, as talented as he is. But I want to take a moment to celebrate this because what happens deserves celebrating. A game approaching its 10th year didn't just hold on, it exploded. Extraordinarily rare. Oh my God, stop glazing yourself. What did the team do? Sasha and the team are remarkably... Let's go find this, actually, because I just want... Oh my God, no way. No way they freaking did this. I swear if they made the... Oh my God. They're going to attribute the success of the game to... I got to read this. We got to read this. Hold on. What drove Clash Royale's explosion in 2025? This is specifically what Jinxy was talking about. It actually started before last year. The team made changes to progression, simplified the game by removing extraneous systems, and added desirable new content both in-game and out of game. Hey, so I might be an idiot. What did they do? The team made changes to progression. We added level 15. It was costed about $8 an upgrade. Almost nobody could get it because it's insanely difficult. I know what they did. They removed they made the trophy road different from ranked too. That was cool. And then they just like made the trophy road 15,000 trophies. And then they made it 10,000, and then they made it 15,000, and then they took away the 15,000, they made it 12,500, and they added lucky boxes. They took away chests, they took away the season shop. They what did they do? What changes to progression? What simplified the game by removing extraneous systems? What the hell does that mean? What does that mean? They took the trophy road away from 15K to make the game has only gotten more complicated. Like what? Desirable new content. I mean, I guess that both in-game and out of game. I don't know what the hell out of game desirable content would be. But adding desirable new content, I can only assume means like Evos. And I'll give them credit. I think Evo's a wonderful idea. They've been doing this for a long time, though. So to attribute that to just 2025 specifically doesn't really make sense. They didn't do anything special in 2025. What did they do? Like, what in 2025 did they do that I'm just forgetting? It's really that forgettable? I know they took away the season shop. I know they did absolutely nothing with Clan Wars. They added level 16, But I'm going to assume they're talking about before that. The moral of the story, they did absolutely nothing. Nothing. If I can't even point to something that they did that was notable this year, how on earth are we going to give that credit to the game's success? Progression more possible for players? The game is more pay to win than it's ever been. I don't care if nowadays you get 1,000 common cards all the time from lucky drops if you now need 10 times as many lucky common cards as you did back in the day. Like, I didn't... itself, this doesn't create anything immediate, but it creates the ability for returning players to have a much better time if they return. No, not really. The thing that's changed is back in the day when I used to get my friends to hop on the game because they were like, oh, you make content on Clash Royale? Okay, let me try Clash Royale. They would go from 0 to 5,000 trophies, and at 5,000, they would instantly start facing level 15 Mega Knight Menaces or level 14, whatever it was back then, and they would just quit instantly because they were 3 levels under leveled. That's how it used to be. You just have increased the amount of time it takes for you to realize the game is extremely pay-to-play heavy. That's what has made the returning players have a much better time, is because there's more time it takes to realize I can't play this game because I don't have levels. But the game's enjoyable, and if you have people like Jinxy, not the decision-making of the progression more possible for players, making the game enjoyable, and all the content creators are getting boosts from Jinxy, obviously, because if Jinxy helps more people come to the game, that's more people that'll watch potential Clash content. Everybody's enjoying the game. Everybody's making different types of content. People are innovating. People are making better types of content. The game as a whole is doing well, and it's enjoyable. Whether players actually return involves a bit of pyrotechnics. If community sentiment is generally positive, any of these sparks can catch fire. This sounds like I put it through ChatGPT. In 2024, we started giving away Evos and had the first signs of sparks. What do you know? You add a new content feature and you actually give it to people instead of making them pay for it. The game does better. What do you know? Also at the same time as the Goblin Journey update, which didn't land. Yeah, anybody's and their mother could have told you that wasn't going to land. It's just disappointment. Yeah, disappointment's a good word for it. Disappointment after disappointment after disappointment, and nothing changed. Nothing changed in 2025. What changed was Jinxy started playing the game. That's it. That's literally it. Yes, they made progression a little bit better for people. Yes, that does not in any way relate to how well the game blew up. A pretty unexpected spark helped start a blaze with the help of Michael Bolton. Jesus Christ. Michael Bolton. I'm sorry. Let me pull up Spotify. Who the hell is Michael Bolton? I need to. How do you even spell Michael? Michael Bolton. 5.1 monthly listeners. Yeah. Okay. Let's go look at the Michael Bolton collab on YouTube to see how many views it had. Michael Bolton, Clash Royale. 3.6 million views. Yes, I'm sure that is what helped start a blaze. The Barboltian command around Valentine's Day and the Free Barbarian evolution marked the start of Clash Royale's explosion. Really? Really? How many of you in the chat, and I don't care, there's going to be some 50-year-old in the comments. Shout out to you and your wife and kids. I know who Michael Bolton is. He's been my favorite for 30 years. Who the hell is Michael Bolton? And you're going to give him what? If anything, giving me a free Barbarian Evo is an insult. The card sucks. And I'm a Evo Barbs user. You don't give me a free Barbs Evo. Kiss my ass. Okay, I really like, okay, I'll give them credit for this, how they give free Evos to people when they're kind of backlogging them. So like they do events all the time where you're getting 3 free Evo shards of an older Evo. It's not even that old. It's one of the older ones. I'm not sure if they're like a year backdated or something like that, but it's a way to get you to catch up if you're playing the game for free, and you don't have to use all your Evo shards on the newest Evos. You can save or on the old Evos. Because imagine if you had to go catch up and get all the old Evos, you'd never be able to have your Evo shards for the new Evos, so you'd always have to pay for them. The way Evos are set up is just such a good system. Such a good system. And I would give them credit for that, but they decided it was a good idea to just get rid of Evos. And now we're on Heroes. So what my main point I'm getting to this, as we'll continue to go through this, is I believe I have a quote tweet. This is ignorance at its finest. The game succeeded despite consistent money grabbing and awful metas for months. Again, that's not Mandela effect. We had the Furnace, the Ghost, the Witch. The game was unplayable. Like, the game was, okay, it wasn't unplayable, but the game was very frustrating at a top ranked level. Now, I understand that for the majority of players, you guys don't have to deal with the Evos being super broken and stuff. So that's great. The majority of players, you can't always just attest to I'm not sure that's the right word. You can't always just only help the top ladder players, right? We got balance changes eventually. But what's more important is that people are enjoying the game. Even if the metas suck, yeah, that's really annoying. But hey, this was due to Jinxy. And I'll give credit to some other creators. Because you know what? Jinxy started it. Jinxy was the spark, in Clash Royale's words, and he was carrying a lot of load on his back, and therefore helping other creators like, you know, Riley, Ian, there's so many others. I'm just thinking of, you know, some of the bigger ones that just help you like branch out. Like, I don't have to just watch Jinxy. I can watch so many different ab dudes, so many different creators making so many different types of videos that I can find any way to enjoy Clash Royale. There's so many different ways to enjoy it. Not anything the Clash Royale team has accomplished. Because realistically, what have they accomplished? There's nothing to go look at in 2025 outside of EVOs and how they're structured. Literally, that's it. Outside of EVOs, there is nothing to look at that you did properly. All they do is just throw darts at a dartboard and then like pray something works and they hit a bullseye, because they'll just take away this. Their biggest thing is they just start doing something and they take it away. Star points. They make star points, take away star points. Make masteries, take away masteries. Make clan war, take away clan war. Make EVOs, take away EVOs. Make 15,000 seasonal arenas, take away seasonal arenas. Make chests, no, let's turn them into lucky blocks. No, let's turn them into lucky chests. Let's take the books out of the game. Let's take the magic items out of the game. What are we doing? What are you doing? All they do is take away from the player base and add shit that we don't want, or take away things we do. Because honestly, they add less stuff that we don't want and just mainly take away things that we do. That's just how it is. They've been doing this for 4 years, or maybe longer. The game deserves the gutter. No reason to believe it will be no reason to believe it will get better with this level of ignorance / arrogance. Now, the biggest thing I mean when I say that is, if Clash Royale really thinks that Michael Bolton and the Free Barbarian Evos are the reason that Clash Royale started to do well again in 2025, the hope is gone. Hope is out the window. There's genuinely no way that if you think that's what happens, that you're going to make the right decisions regarding an update, because you clearly don't know what the community wants, and you clearly don't know, even though we tell them all the time, they have their own idea. They have their own ideas. So you keep making your stupid Lil Wayne collabs and Michael Bolton, and you know what? You can go ahead and try and revive the game, because it's not going to work. Because clearly, if you just don't understand what the people want and what actually has made the game successful, and you're not willing to give any mention to the biggest creator in the history of Clash Royale, who has helped the game massively and helped the creators massively, you're cooked. Beyond cooked. The team launched Merge Tactics. A new Merge Tactics, man. And I know there's some creators like Retake who make merge tactic contents, and I've gone and looked at that and I'm like, wow, I'm really surprised he's able to do so well on a mode that I really didn't think was played that often. But you know what? Shout out to him. Shout out to making it work. I fear for his job, because I don't know how long it is until Supercell kills merge tactics, because they kill everything else they do. But yeah, I mean, merge tactics, I personally don't enjoy it. I know most of the people that I know don't enjoy it either, or don't play it at all. I'm glad that it's something that a couple of other, there's hundreds of thousands of players that play it, and I'm glad they enjoy it. I'm not glad that we basically had to trade out merge tactics for global tournaments, but they're coming back in March. It only took about a year. What does Catching Fire look like? Wait. EVOs have been around since June 2023. So as Sasha said, we think players like new content eventually, but perhaps not always in the moment. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. This is what I mean. let's just talk about why people didn't like Evos in June 2023. Do you remember the firecracker who didn't die to arrows and who did 900 damage a shot? Because it's ingrained in my head. It's bad. You remember when the Royal Giant had bonus HP, did more damage? Do you remember when the Evo Barbs literally stopped any defensive push in the entire game? Like, when the archers didn't die to arrows, I was running archers in my Lava Hound deck. That's how bad it was. Like, that's how bad it was. The reason, or I can directly swear on my life that the reason that, or the sentiment regarding Evos when started to go up when they took away the stat bonuses. So the Valkyrie and the Goblin Cage lasted a little while longer, but they eventually, it took them a while. They made it so that the normal version and the Evo version had the same stats. No extra HP, no extra damage, nothing crazy like that. So that balanced out the Evos and made them a lot less oppressive. That is the reason, and also adding more Evos so there's more variety. And also the fact that once Evos were balanced out, they became something that 2 or 3 times per game. I'll skip on this, or I'll just barely touch on it because I just made a video on why Evos are really good for the game, or what happened to them and why they should bring them back more so. But what was I saying? The reason that people like, yes, the stat changes, the amount of Evos, the fact that Evos are something that only happens 2 or 3 times per game for each Evo, and is something that you can track without having to stress too hard, and can help you outplay opponents in matchups where it could be usually hard to outplay opponents. That's the reason Evos are liked. It's not because people don't always like it in the moment. People don't like your content in the moment because it sucks. And they don't like it in the moment because you release it terribly and you never get feedback for anything. And then later down the line, you decide maybe we should fix it, or we should just completely abandon it. Evos are the only piece of content in the entire game that they can say, we think players like new content eventually, but perhaps not always in the moment. Tower troops were god-awful. I forgot to mention them earlier. Thank God we're done with those. Terrible idea. Don't know what happened to champions. I guess champions are gone too. Like, turning a failure into fuel for something new. Like, I'm pretty sure Clash Mini is around the same size as it was. Like, Merge Tactics is probably around the same size as Clash Mini was. You see active players engaging more. Thank you, Jinxy. Recently churned players return, the longer tail re-engagement. Yeah, you have like the casuals, and then you have the people who play the game a lot. None of our internal forecasts for either Brawl Stars or Royale predicted the ensuing rise of metrics right up until it actually happened. Why? Why do you think nobody forecasted it? Maybe because of Jinxy. Maybe it was because of Jinxy. Maybe because a content creator, like an S-tier content creator. I can't do this. Supercell's, they're Squad Busters. Like, don't make new games. Fix your damn games that are already existing, man. Fix Clash Royale, fix Brawl Stars. This is depressing, and they don't give any credit to Jinxy, and I personally, let me know what you guys think, don't have any hope for the future of this game if this is how they look at it. Yeah, like this is just... I agree with this. Enormous untapped potential in our live games, held back by the development team. Just is. I'm this just... Yeah, I can't believe that they didn't give credit to Jinxy for this. Like, wow. That's just insane. 39,000 yeah, come on. This is stupid.